So we got our Fortunato coilovers. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take off the original struts and springs. So first thing you do, you lift up your car, take off your wheels. I didn't bother recording that because it's pretty straightforward. There's a brake cable line right here. You got to take that off, and then you take these 2 nuts and then 3 nuts on top, and then it should come right off. Oh, there's also a sway bar right here, so I got to take that thing off too. And that should be it. First thing we do, we're going to take off the brake line. And so just a 12 mil, just ratchet it off. So next up, you're going to take off these 2 bolts. They're 19s. I'll hit it from the other side. Alright, next up we'll take up the sway bar end links. It's going to be a 14 mil. Hit it. Once everything is removed on the bottom, you just loosen up the 3 bolts on top. Let's do this one. And just got to make sure it doesn't fall on the bottom. Oops, dropped the nut. Alright, and then it should just slide off from the bottom. Just take it out, just like that. Alright, now we got our 2 struts here. I don't know what ride height to set to, but the way to set your ride height is you spin this thing around. So this makes it taller, and this makes it shorter. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it the same length as the other one and then adjust it from there. So just going to sit next to each other and then just kind of feel it out just around this much. And then once you get it to however you want it, you just lock it right here. Very unscientific. You're just going to do it for now and then trial and error to get it to the right height. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to set the compression ratio or compression of the springs. And so what the manual says is that it should not exceed 1/8 of an inch. So what you do is you loosen it all the way up until the spring is not compressed, and then you compress it down about 1/8 of an inch or something. So that's what I'm going to do. Turn, turn, turn. And so I measure out the spring is around 7 inches long. So you want it to be like 6 7/8 by the time you compress it. So turn that in a little more, and then I'm going to double check and measure. That's about, yep, that's about right. And then you're going to do the same with the other rear spring. So once you get the rear set up to how you want it, you can stick it in. It's just the reverse order of how you took it out. So I already put it in, but you pretty much just put the brake line back on, sway bar back on, and then the 2 bolts that go here and the 3 bolts on top. Alright guys, so now we're going to install the front coilovers into the front of the car. We ran into some quality issues with Fortunatos. First of all, they sent the wrong top hats with the coilovers, and so these did not fit. The holes were too big and they were not aligned. Luckily, I emailed them and then they got me some new top hats within like 3 days. So it's kind of okay of them. The other thing is that they installed this bottom thing wrong. So it came with this part on the bottom and this on top. I had to flip it around to make it fit because this would not fit like this. So it's supposed to look like this, but they did it incorrectly. So another quality issue from Fortunatos. I really wanted to rep this company, but man, they really let me down. But anyways, I'll show you how to get these, the factory springs and struts out, and then we'll show you how to get these in. So let's go. Okay, so first thing we do, we're going to take off the ABS cable, which is a 10 mil. Then you take off the brake cable, which is a 12 mil. It's down over here. Good. Wrong way. That's off. Then you take these two bolts off, which are 19s. Oh yeah, there's also 3 12 mils on the top. I already took those off. So you should check it out. Well, bam! Once you get the stalkers out, you can stick this one right in. So you stick the top hat in up through the top, and then you just bolt the rest up, just like how you took it out. So once you get the coilovers in, you just reverse the installation. Once you get these 2 bolts back in, yoink.
Can't see.
Get the brake cable back in, and then bolt this one back up. It's a good practice to always Loctite these bolts before you tighten it down. So I'm going to add some Loctite on the threads. You see it? Sounds like 10 mil. Whatever that other thing's at. Hold that out.
Ian.
13, right?
Yeah.
They were dual driving, I had them backwards.
Yeah.